Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to my first video of 2022. I'm so excited to be making this video for you guys. So as you can read from the title, today I'm going to be giving you lots of tips and advice on how to make good goals for the new year and how to stick to them, because I know a lot of us, me included, it's really hard to stick with goals after we make them. I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to make good goals and how to keep those goals so that you can have an amazing year, because I know a lot of us need a fresh start. First thing we're going to be talking about is how to make good goals. Creating your goals is one of the most important things in terms of keeping them, because if you don't make realistic goals for yourself, you're not going to be able to keep them. So if you're sitting down and you're ready to start writing down your goals for the new year. Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on here and just clarify something. So this video was filmed before 2022 and obviously now it's like the second week of January. I just wanted to say that a lot of you, if you've written goals for the new year, probably have already done it, but it took me a little while to edit this video, obviously. So if you want to edit your goals based on what you see in this video, definitely go ahead and do that. But I know not a lot of people are going to be like sitting down to write their goals right now, so I just wanted to clarify that. But yeah, let's get back to the video now. Take some time to think about, first, you need to know how much time you are willing to give for your goals. You also need to know what else is going on in your life and how is that going to affect you from reaching whatever goals you've set. And number three, just, are you a person who sets goals and is just like, let's go, let's do this? Or are you a person who are just new to the whole goal setting process and you're just setting them for a new year? Those are the three things that you need to know about yourself, because that's going to help us a lot when it comes to actually writing down and making our goals. So moving on for that, now you need to think about realistic and achievable goals based on the things that we just talked about, like time and effort. An example is, you may say, oh, by the end of 2021, or what am I talking about? Let's say you're a YouTuber and you're starting YouTube this year, and one of your goals is, by the end of the year, I want to have 1 million subscribers. Well, that's probably not very realistic because you're just starting a channel and it takes a while to grow an audience. Instead of saying I want to have 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, maybe say I want to reach 800 or 900 or maybe even 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, because that is a reachable goal. We want to have SMART goals. So SMART is an acronym where S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for attainable, R stands for relevant, and T stands for time bound. I'm just basically going to do a little run through of what each letter means. So for specific goals, when you set a specific goal, it answers your 6 W questions: who, what, where, when, which, and why. Once you answer all of those questions, then you'll know which tools and actions are needed to reach this goal. For example, for who is involved in this goal? Is it just you, or is it your family, or is it your friend? For what do you want to accomplish? What is your end target or end goal? And make it reasonable, make it realistic. Where will you complete this goal? This is a really easy one. You just need to think about where you're going to be working on this goal. Is it going to be at your house? Or if it's like exercising, is it going to be at the gym? When are you going to do it? This is a super important one when it comes to actually achieving your goal, because a lot of times we just write stuff down. So saying when you're going to achieve them, just having a time or a day in place already written down will motivate yourself to just like be like, okay, I'm going to do it this day. Then you also need to think about which are some restraints and roadblocks are gonna get in the way of you achieving this goal. Like I was talking about earlier, other things going on in your life, for example, work and school, are like a big factor of almost everybody's life. So those might be things that get in the way of achieving your goals, and by writing those down, you can figure out how to work around that. And another one, why are you doing it? You want to have a good reason to achieve your goal, because that's the way you're gonna motivate yourself to do it, only if you have a good reason. For example, if you want to get fit by the end of the year, which is not a really good example of a goal because it's really vague and not specific. If you want to get fit because you're doing it for somebody else's approval, I don't feel like that's the best reason. I feel like you should do it for yourself, because then you won't feel motivated to do it because you're feeling like, I have to do it for this person. Next, moving on to M, which is measurable. Measurable goals are defined with precise times, amount. Basically, you want to be able to track your goals and you want them to be measurable because you really want to see how you're progressing throughout the year. It's super important to do this because then in the middle of the year or at any time you can just see, oh, how is this goal working out? So you need to have some type of system in place so that you can track that. So for attainable goals stretch the limits of what you think is possible. While they're not impossible to complete, they're often challenging and full of obstacles. The key to creating an attainable goal is to look at your current life and set an objective that seems slightly beyond your reach. That way, even if you fail, you still accomplish something. You want your goals to still push yourself even while keeping them realistic, You want to kind of find that sweet spot where it's kind of a challenge to get to, but it is not out of your reach. You also want to create your goals to be relevant, and relevant goals focus on what you truly desire. They're the exact opposite of inconsistent or scattered goals. So basically, you want your goals to be related to the things going on in your life. Let's say you're in college and you're working on getting your degree. Have most of your goals be focused around studying, because that's the main thing going on in your life. You don't want to have all of your goals related to something else, because like we already talked about, you're not going to even have the time to focus on those goals. And you also lastly want to have your goals be time-bound. Time-bound goals have specific deadlines. You are expected to achieve your desired outcome before a target date. So that's basically all about the SMART goals setting system, which is super important. And the last thing I'm going to be talking about on making goals is think about the categories of goals you're going to make. Like I said, depending on what's going on in your life, try to make your goals centered around that. Some categories I wrote down are you can make some goals about school or work, social media. This is just definitely related to if you're an influencer or YouTuber. And another one that I feel like is really important is a personal growth goal. This can be anything that you'd want to get better at. It can be working out, it can be your eating habits, anything like going to sleep. This is a goal everybody should have, and it can be as small or as big as you want it to be. So now we're going to be moving on to how to keep these goals. I feel like what a lot of people struggle with is motivating themselves to work on their goal. However, you've decided that you're going to be working on your goal, however many times you're going to be doing it, you need to make your goals a priority. For example, if your goal is exercising, you want to set aside some time so you can exercise, because I know I have a busy schedule, a lot of people have a busy schedule, but I'm going to set aside time, maybe not every day, maybe just a couple days a week, to work out, maybe for 30 minutes. I'm going to get whatever I need done, and I'm going to set aside that time. And I know sometimes it's really hard to do this because you just want to procrastinate it if it's something that's not that fun, but you need to remind yourself by the end of the year, you really want to see that you achieve them. You really want to get to that end goal you set for yourself, and that should be your motivation, that you want to get to that end goal, and you can do it. If you set a good realistic goal for yourself, you can do it. That's just some positive motivation there for you guys. The last little thing I'm going to be talking about is track your goals throughout the year. Make a little tracker or have like a little tracking app on your phone so that you can see your progress throughout the year for every goal that you've set for yourself. I think this is also kind of related to making your goals, but write goals with like checkpoints. So for example, at around 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months are some great checkpoints that you can write for yourself, but check yourself at these 3 checkpoints and see how you're doing with your goals. And this is important when just like working to achieve these goals, because let's say you wrote a goal that you just want to run a 5K. I'm just using kind of the same examples over and over again. So let's say that you said that you are going to run a 5K or run a 10K by the end of the year, and you think it seems like a pretty good, reasonable goal, and you're ready to achieve it. So let's say at the 3-month mark, which is March time, I guess, let's say that something happens and you are just not able to dedicate that much time to working on this goal. Tweak this goal, change it. It's completely fine to do that. Maybe say that a 10K is not attainable, so maybe you can change it to a 5K because it's not working. That's why tracking your goals is super important, because you can see, depending on something that happens throughout the year, you know, your goals might change. You might have less time to work on them. Who knows? You don't want to keep working towards a goal that you know you're probably not going to be able to achieve. Like, what do you get out of that? You know, you just get disappointed. So yeah, I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that this video was helpful for you. I'm definitely going to be using all of these tips when I make my goals for 2022. If you're not planning to make goals for 2022, I definitely recommend that you do, because I feel like setting goals for yourself and achieving those goals makes you feel just like so good about yourself, seeing how much work you've done and how much you've accomplished. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below to my channel and get ready for all the 2022 content coming up. And I just want to mention this, I know that my posting schedule was kind of crazy before Vlogmas, but I'm going to be starting to post once a week on Sundays like I was doing back in 2021, and there may be a bonus video on Wednesdays, but my posting schedule is mostly just going to be Sundays once a week. Comment down below what your biggest goal for 2022 is for yourself, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!